Good morning, people. What's going on, y'all? BT. I'm back doing another video. Um, this gonna be one of those videos that's actually not about me, believe it or not. I know this gonna surprise everybody, but I got a few topics that have kind of hit home. And the first one I'm gonna get into is because everybody's been ripping and roaring and screaming at folks and getting everybody to promote the whole rock the vote and go vote. And it's interesting because a lot of you may or may not realize this, but I got a sort of a fact, yet an interesting thought that a lot of you all may not realize. A lot of folks listen to the artist Joe, Stutters, whatever songs you want to name that he did. Song he did now is about this is an emergency or something. But anyways, he was on a radio station yesterday morning on Tom Joyner, and they asked him, was he registered to vote? And he literally sat there with the most honest face and gave the most realist answer and said, no, I'm not. And you kind of looked and you thinking like, okay, this guy got to be like in his 30s, maybe 40s, and he's not registered to vote. And it's kind of like interesting because when he first was there, nobody, like a lot of people were texting in because Tom Joyner knows how to text. Another breakthrough in the radio society. But he basically was saying that they were asking like, is Joe really registered to vote? Because we've heard stories about it or rumors. And he confirmed it by saying that no, he's not. So it was an interesting thing to bring up. So everybody who's out here now, believe it or not, whether you care to observe it or care to accept it, go register. Make sure you are registered. Confirm that your ballot or your vote does count. And he used the typical phrase that a lot of people just are tired of hearing, and that's, my vote doesn't mean anything, it's just another vote. That's not true, because based on where you're located, there are a lot of states that are standard, like Democratic or standard Republican states. And I'm in a state that's been Republican for a long time, and the way it's looking this year, if people go out and really vote, it can actually become, a quote-unquote swing state. And those of y'all that keep up with the election and the politics know about all that stuff. So I'm not going to go too far with that. But I will say go register to vote. I'm making sure that my information is accurate with voting, because I voted back when Bush was going for president and when he went for his second term. So I've been through the sad and trying times of that whole ordeal. So this time I'm really going to vote. Oh, and I've shown y'all the bracelet or whatever, but I want you all to know that when you go to the polls, and I've just found this out myself, and I know it's probably somebody gonna say, well, yeah, you should have knew that, but when you go vote, you cannot wear any paraphernalia or anything promoting a specific candidate. Like, for example, they've been doing a joke on Tom Joyner about, places not to wear a Barack Obama t-shirt. Don't wear a Barack Obama t-shirt standing in front of the voting booth, because that's going to be kind of like dead obvious who you're voting for. That, you're kind of making it clear, like, just make your vote, keep going. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip my band around so that I don't even have to go through all that. Or probably just take it off 9 times out of 10. But just a thought, just something to think about, and, just something to keep in mind. My next topic is will kind of be an NBA overhaul, and here's where I'm going with this. Yesterday, everybody was overly anticipated and fiended. I don't know how to even put that word, but they were waiting for the NBA 2K9 demo to release. They were disappointed to find out that the demo will not be released. It was not released yesterday. It won't be released today. They haven't set an exact date. 9 times out of 10, it probably will be released on Tuesday, since that's the next possible day that it can be released. Normally, demos come out on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Now, if they slip it in on another day, that's fine. Most of the Xbox users know that it normally will come out they have an update coming out on Monday to prepare for this new avatar look and all that jazz. So, everybody who's worried, don't cry, don't fret, don't lose hope. The demo will be coming out, and you will be satisfied, and it will be a good selling game or whatever. As most of my friends know, I guess you can call me the McCain of the NBA battle, because I'm getting NBA Live. And I'm only buying it because I want to see what Live is gonna look like, and then I'm gonna end up getting 2K, because I mean I've been on 2K since practically 2K7. I mean, they haven't turned me away yet, and even worse, the newest one, like even back to the first ones when it was on Dreamcast, I loved all of those. But Live had it hands down back then. It was, it was just lucky that the first 2Ks came out on Dreamcast, so that was what got it sold and made it, a better game. And my last one I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk about, keep a lookout this year, because you're gonna see a few new jerseys popping up on a few teams. Of course, Oklahoma City has their Thunder. We're still waiting to see. We've seen the logo, but we haven't seen what their uniforms are gonna look like, what their color scheme will be, and all that jazz. So I'm really looking forward to that, seeing what that's gonna play out and what they're gonna do, how that's gonna be. But Orlando is kind of going with a new / old look with their uniforms. Minnesota will no longer be called the Timberwolves; they will just be called the plain Wolves. Let me see who else. Not Oklahoma. I'm sorry. New Orleans has new uniforms. It's kind of giving that New Orleans look to it. And I'm trying to remember. I think those are the only teams who I know of right offhand that have changed their appearance to their jerseys. And I mean, they look pretty good. Everybody's gonna critique and say, "Well, why they didn't come out with this color? They should have kept it the way it was." But that's sports. I mean, they're gonna make changes when and where possible, and that's just a standard. So, y'all look out for all that stuff, and as news is updated, I'll definitely keep y'all posted. Sorry I've been MIA for a while, but I'm back, and like I said, we're gonna do this thing. We're gonna keep this ball rolling. So I'm getting ready to check out this another video. 2K is slick, because what they do is, they don't have the game ready, but they keep slipping out demos, and they keep slipping out videos for people to watch. And it's pretty much what most of us like to call eye candy. And it's keeping its fans on their toes to say, look, we ready, it's about to be on, check it out. So I'm about to check this video out. Y'all subscribe, leave comments. If you got anything negative to say, don't leave it as the direct comment towards me, because I'm not the one. All these issues aren't about myself. They're about issues that are actual and factual. If you need links, I would be more than happy to post them for you. So I'm going to shut this one down. Y'all be good. Stay safe. As always.